Hello, everyone. Um, Today I'm going to go over in the latest series that I'm doing about my comic art commissions. I'm going over my first jam piece, which is not yet finished. I've got a guy in mind, and I keep missing him at shows. So when I first started this, I had an idea of what I wanted, and I had an idea of some of the artists that I wanted on it, but I was still flexible. Um, at first, I had drawn out some pencil boxes. The idea was villains on the side and Spider-Man in the middle, hanging by a web. I have some pencil marks here, upside down, much like the tattoo I have on my left arm, hanging upside down with little Spidey sense squiggle lines here. So I started out with an artist who is really pretty much, and this is not a knock, pretty much of a pinup artist. I see him at shows all the time. His name is Jason Metcalf, and he sells a lot of prints. I don't know if he does too much drawing at shows anymore. I'm sure he does some, but pretty much so. He has this 10-foot plus display of prints, 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 and now he's selling metallic versions of them. It's really cool. He's a gifted artist, no doubt. Um, I don't think he's done any sequential work. Is my point. But I saw him. I liked him. I've gotten stuff from him. I enjoy his work, and I wanted him on this, and I had him do Sandman. Was the first piece I had, and I told him what I wanted. And the first time he did it, he kind of really stuck to the the lines I had kind of penciled out, whereas it comes down over here and then cuts across. And so before I had any other additions put on, I actually had him kind of drip the sand down a little, and I really like what he did here with the fist coming out of nowhere. You can see just all the sand is just dripping all over the place. It's really, really a good job. I'm really happy with the way that turned out. So that was the first one. That was in 2012. Um, Now, specifically, what order these were done in, it's hard for me to remember specifically, but I believe the next one was at the Rhode Island Comic Con in 2012, and I had Paul Ryan. He's one of my go-to guys. He's actually a local artist with a lot of credits. Lot of credits. Look him up on Comic Book DB if you want. He really is. Really good artist. He puts a lot into the work. He does grayscale work. I'm very happy with the way the lizard turned out. What I did was I had him kind of swing the tail up over here, and he did a great job on that. So then I believe I had Warren Martinick, who I had spoken of in my Batman head bust jam. I also wanted to note in that I believe Warren Martinick now is the art director for, I believe it's Rittenhouse, which is a card company that does a lot of sketch cards. I believe it's Rittenhouse, but he's an art director, I believe, is the actual current title. I should probably know that before I say it. But I mean, he's active in the art field for sure, in the comic art, in so much as he's overseeing a an area where the sketch cards are done. So I really like how Doctor Octopus turned out. Um, as with the Batman, I mean, I kind of knew what I was getting. I was going to get really good effort. I was going to get a quality piece of art. He takes into consideration what I'm asking, and then he gives you such value too. Very nice guy. And then I had Alex Savick at, I believe it was the New York Comic Con, one of the few I went to. I had him do Black Cat. He loves to draw Black Cat. Um, and I'm glad I did. He does a great Black Cat. Nothing over the top, but compared to Dr. Octopus, who has the arms flinging around, and of course in the background you can see the Rhino, who is much bigger than her. I mean, it is what it is. He does a great job, and if you really look carefully, I think Doc Ock is getting a little ear boo, but that's okay. That's just a little drawing thing. Um, could be coincidence. I'm not quite sure yet. Um, so I had John Hebert of Marvel 90s Punisher fame, among other things. Also, a very nice guy. I have a tendency to gravitate toward nice people. If I hear bad things about an artist, I'll probably stay away from him, even if I love his stuff. I'm kind of attracted to people that I believe, on top of being talented, are very nice. So anyway, I asked John Hebert to do Rhino at a relatively local show, the Super Mega Fest in Framingham, Massachusetts. It's a 45-minute drive. And he really went to town on it with the grayscale or the gray tones. And it's just, you can take a look at the face. Nice expressive face. Really large. Larger than I would have chosen due to Spider-Man still having to be there. But I'm not going to argue with the guy. I mean, it's really, really nice. So, and I believe the last piece I got, it would have to be, at this point, is Hobgoblin. And that was from Phil Jimenez. I love that guy. At the Boston Comic Con a couple of years ago, anyway. So, and again, you get so much from Phil. This is one of Phil's free pieces. And the only thing, if I would add anything, might be a little red to the eyes. But I'm not going to argue with it because what you get from Phil is so much more than what you give. And so now on the overview, in the middle, Spider-Man is going to be hanging upside down by his web. And my plan is for Greg LaRocque to do it. Greg LaRocque has done plenty of things, but I know him mostly from his stint drawing several Marvel team-ups and some, I think it was Peter Parker, Spectacular Spider-Mans. I have stuff from Greg, and he's the guy that I kind of slotted into this. I'm expecting this to come out great, but I just have to wait him out until I see him again. So that is my first jam, still uncompleted, but I expect to finish it soon. And I thank you for watching, and I will see you soon.